So today we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from the normal, regular, realistic style rebuilds, and we're going to be headed to the fantasy draft as we're going to be doing a Legends fantasy draft rebuild. Now, I will say the Legends classes right now, at least on Xbox, I don't know if these classes carry over to different platforms. I don't think they do. Not looking great, and they're kind of hard to find, and the best we've got right now is a lot of names, but very inaccurate overalls and ratings, and some players that just should not be as high of an overall as they should be. Basically, every team's going to be a 90-plus overall, so this could get absolutely wild, and if you're down for it, I'm down for it. If you end up enjoying the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays for non-Madden content, hit the bell notification all so you know when the next upload is, probably Panthers franchise tomorrow, and then the final thing, if you want an extra rebuild per month, we have a membership thing, whatever, just click the join and you'll find it out. I don't know. Either way, let's go into the draft. I don't know what pick we have. Pick 30, which of course we have it on Snake. Looking at all of the names, all quarterbacks. Patrick Mahomes still goes number 1 overall, by the way. To the Bears, could have happened. But yeah, it's insane. There's still more players. Now, once again, the problem is the ratings aren't super accurate. All right. Randall Cunningham, not terrible, actually. Not terrible. But then you look around at other positions. It's like, what are we doing? Chris Ivory, 99 overall. There's even worse than that. Roy Halou, 99 overall. Joseph Adai. Like, maybe for each team, there's some people that really love those guys, right? Charkandrick West, Peyton Hillis. The craziest part, though, if you want to say, hey, Peyton Hillis that 1 year, he was a 99 overall in my mind, sure. But he was never 96 speed. That's the only concern I have. So this was this Legend Vault that I found for this? I don't even know. But yeah, just notion that the ratings are going to be kind of crazy. So this could get insane. I mean, in theory, you take QB first. But at the same time, if every team takes a QB, they shouldn't be taking a QB next, right? So can I not get away with just taking whoever I want, not caring what position they are, not caring that it's not a QB, because, wow, freaking got Reggie White at 67 speed, though. That is insane. But just because, we know that the other teams aren't going to take QB, they've already got their guy. So, yeah, this is going to be a wild one, but I'm going to stop yapping soon and just start firing off draft picks. Okay, 65 speed for Aaron Donald, 76 XL. Okay, I'm just saying, this is a bad draft class. I'm obviously weird because they put so much damn effort into it, but there is genuinely nothing even as close to this. Like, this makes the other ones look like garbage. Just FYI. Like, some of these are actually, their ratings are pretty good. You could tell they were really, like, enjoying what they were doing, and then I think they just kind of got like, okay, this is a lot of work. Because it is. It's so stupid how EA makes it basically impossible to create these rosters. And yeah, you get a little lazy at times, I think. I think that's probably a part of it, but I'm honestly just curious to see what happens in a universe where every single team's 90-plus overall. Also, there's 2 Reggie Whites, apparently. I might end up going with Reggie White instead of Reggie White. Like, I'm just so confused. Why is Vic Beasley a 99 overall? I'm just trying to understand. Yeah, in a rebuild like this, I'm not even going to really care about who I think I should be taking, but I'm going to start taking the players that are some of my favorites. So I'm going Reggie White with my very first pick. And I don't care that he's 26 and there's better options. Adrian Peterson he's just that guy. He's just that guy. We're only going to be doing at most 5 years. As this, again, I think is going to be a complete disaster. All right. They've convinced me. The complete, utter randomness of ratings has convinced me that everything is great. Everything is awesome. This is going to be one of those crazy thumbnails where I'm going to have the 3 different options that I can choose, and I'm just going to have like one that's legit. One's going to have freaking Johnny Manziel on it. I don't care, dude. Jordy Nelson. Dude, it's literally impossible to decide who to go for because there's an infinite amount of players. Darrelle Revis, and what are the odds that they have them just sitting right next to each other? Oh, man, this is tough. There's too much. Like, Patrick Willis would probably be, like, my guy at linebacker. Like, Ray Lewis is great, but I'm more of a Patrick Willis, and And Brian Urlacher, guy. I don't know why. I just am. There's no reason, no rhyme or reason. I just am. I don't care. I don't need to hear a reason why, this guy's better than that guy. As a Packers fan, Brian Urlacher, Patrick Willis. Those are my two. I don't want to hear it. And I know, Ray Nitschke, I don't care. I don't care. DT's Haloti Nada. He's one of my guys too. I don't care. Just people I grew up watching. Jaron Allen. I could basically a traitor at this rate. Again, I don't know why Andre Johnson's so good, but screw it. I imagine this one's for a little more obvious reasons as a Packers fan, but we're going to go Clay Matthews. This person put so many good players into the draft that we're going to see this 27-year-old 98 overall Cam Newton sitting there the rest of this whole rebuild, this whole fantasy draft. It's crazy. And then Randy Moss, dude, I'm basically just a massive NFC North fan. It's just the way it is. Antonio Gates, who's hidden dev. Why not? Sherman sitting at 25 years old. Most of you guys probably clicked off by now. You're going to be like, this draft class sucks. Well, it is what it is. Richard Sherman, though. Gotta do it. Screw it, Ed Reed. Wait, we got Taylor Mays as a 99 overall? Okay. The old freak, Dick Butkus. I just want to know, why? Just why? The big fella, Ted Hendricks. Just basically 99 everything. This is basically Ultimate Team late July every year. But I didn't have to spend $10,000 to get to it. Yay us. Darnell Dockett, a couple of those Cardinals DTs have been a fan of, like Calais. Edge, if you really want to make that argument for Calais, but The fact that Jalen Carter is still here because he's just buried beneath all of these high overalls is wild. Well, I hate the speed, which I could up. And I don't understand why the power move is 65. I'm going Aaron Donald. He's already a 99 overall. I'm just going to fix him. I don't care. This is a complete, change of pace video of just kind of messing around. This probably should be a freaking members only video, to be honest. But I'm kind of wanting to see where your guys' engagement is on this. Are we interested in this stuff or not? And I wanted to say, don't want to forget the offensive linemen, but a lot of them are actually gone. The undersized lineman of the old Kramer got to go for it. I'm trying to limit my Packers players, okay? I'm trying, but it's hard, okay? Okay, it's hard. It's big old Larry Allen, who is apparently 6 foot tall, 240, I guess. Must have shrunk massively. We'll change that for sure as well, so it should be faster. The name of the game is fun. If we're having fun, everyone's won. That's all I can say. And I think all the linemen are actually gone, I have failed our mission of all legends, it seems. Rip. And screw it, Ray Lewis is still there. Rashawn Mathis. Another one of that kind of era of when I, kind of started first watching football. Sorta. Screw it, give me the dynamic duo in the backfield. Apparently 6'2", 226-pound Chris Johnson. Or is that supposed to be Raiders Chris Johnson? I can't remember how tall he was. The corner, I think it was. He was 6'1", 200. I don't think that's him. I don't know who this is. And it would be crazy not to add Cortland Finnegan to a team with Andre Johnson. Could you imagine that? That should be one of the freaking thumbnails, dude. I don't even care. This is a tough one. Larry Fitzgerald, Demarius, rest in peace. It's so crazy to even think that's a reality. That's a world we live in. Yeah, the heights and all that, it's just all over the place. And just forget it. The overall's all over the place, the height, everything. TJ Hushmanzana. Interesting. I really want a proper slot receiver. Another one? Jesus, man. AB, Ocho. How old is he here, though? Hines Ward, maybe? 26 is pushing it. What are our heights, actually? I want to keep as many of the... Wow, Pierre was not 5'8". I think he's 5'11". Andre Reed, 6'2", is a little pushing it as well, though. Give me Hines Ward, who they gave 35 run blocking to. Yeah, we're going to surprise you with the rest of the class, because, yeah, it's out of hand at this point. So, we still got some pretty good players of free agency, and I've mentioned them quite a bit on the channel over the years. Not all the time, but, a couple times a year, probably. There is no way I will let Brandon Jacobs go homeless. He is not going to be an orphan today. I will move someone else off this damn team. No, sir. So, yeah, I don't know what I've done. I don't know. I don't know what we've done here for this rebuild, but I will say we did not have a perfect draft. We let the O-line position get pretty low. I just assumed that they weren't thinking that. They're, edge, quarterback, wide receiver, corner, running back, all that stuff was going to go sooner, but no, they actually snuck out half the damn linemen, so we only got 299 overalls out of it. So honestly, we're actually probably one of the weaker teams in the league, even though we're 99 overall. Like, call me crazy, but I think we actually might be. We're going to change to a 4-3, so, we're not starting a 72 overall DT. But outside of the linemen, it's pretty much 99s across the board. So I am genuinely super curious to see what the hell is going to happen in this one. Again, I apologize if this is a complete bust, but we're having a little bit of fun out here. How about that? Just a little different. But you know what? I am also curious to see what some of the other teams around the league look like. So let's go Bears, Bo Jackson Unitas, another running back with Derrick Henry. Otto Graham, Tavon Austin, 99 overall. Okay, interesting. Lamar Jackson, Seahorn, Hester, Roethlisberger, Osi Umenyiora, Doug Williams, Dwight Freeney. Just a bunch of random stuff. Everyone's basically a 99. Like, is there even a single team that doesn't have a 99 overall all the way down to the bottom of what we can see on that screen? I don't think so. I think every single team is 99 there. I am curious to see, though, is every team in general in the league 99? And no, they're not. A lot of them are, admittedly, but not all 99. Several 97s. Even the Packers with a 96. Leave it to the Packers to fumble that, too. All right, contracts are very interesting, too, though. As you can see, we already have a quarterback, Johnny Manziel. So, as much as, we're kind of memeing a little bit early on, like, oh, well, wow, this is going to be easy, not necessarily. We're going to be losing some players already. Don't know how Johnny's playing, but, the team's playing well, so I imagine, well, not really. I might get buck wild and let Johnny hit free agency, because that might be the one position where you just can't commit to it, because it's just too much money. It's just way too much money. Even though we're having a great year, Johnny's playing pretty averagely. What about Randy Moss? This is crazy money. I don't want to be too tied up early, because I do think that the cap is going to just delete itself, soon. So, I'm going to be going for some of these cheaper overall guys that are youngsters that might have to start because we just can't afford to keep a team. I really wonder what's going to happen. Are they just going to sit in free agency because no one can afford them? Or is all the money going to drop down a little bit so teams can come and grab these guys? I don't know. Interesting year, especially since we're on par to lose Manziel, Randy Moss, Aaron Donald already. So I'm curious. I'm curious to see what's going to happen, but maybe we can win it all right now as we do win, so we get the division barely. But no, the Lions and Saints hold off just enough to take the number 1 and 2 seeds. Take a look at our season stats. First, the schedule. Kind of lower scoring games, just so much talent across the board from both sides, from everywhere around the league that you can't really put up crazy numbers, it feels, because, well, how do you move against a defense that good, right? Look at our left tackle get cooked. I'm actually surprised we're doing as well as we are. Really am. Interceptions, 4 for Richard Sherman, Ray Lewis, 3 for Butkus, and then 1 for Hendricks. Kicking was perfect pretty much from Adam Vinatieri. I almost said Vadim Adam Terry. I don't know what that even means. Yearly awards MVP, Brett Favre. Oh, wow. They spelled Favre. Damn. Interesting. I did see some now for Mike Vick, this one, I don't know if maybe they just wanted to do Mike Vick, but for some reason, I don't believe it actually lets you say Michael Vick. I'm almost certain you actually, when I did the Falcons video, which, hey, maybe we want to do Peterson or Calvin Johnson next for that Superstar Mode video, I couldn't do Michael Vick either. I had to do Mike Vick. But either way, Steve McNair, Drew Brees, who I think has 85 speed in this roster, Vince Young, 99 overall, Peyton Manning, who has 85 speed in this roster, I believe. But yeah, Brett Favre. It's crazy because, I know how it's spelled, but that does look right. Why do we just let people have their names? Why? No, Brett, it's Favre. It is not Brett Favre. There isn't a V before the R. No. It's either Brett Fair or Brett Favre. You choose. But let's see if we get any award wins. Oh, Aaron Donald, number 2. No. We did get best O-line for Kramer, which is pretty sick. And that is pretty much it. Let's go into this playoff game against the Minnesota Vikings, one of the other teams that was not a 99 overall and kind of far from it. The numbers are going to be all over the place, but yes, at some point we're going to be playing a couple of snaps here and there on both sides of the ball just to get a look at these players. Not even just from our side, but their side. Pretty good start here, 20-7 at halftime. It's a bit darker in the game now. It's 28-14 with a 2-point conversion, it seems. Up by 11 into the fourth quarter. They cannot score. 3rd and 4, get the conversion. They can't get a stop. 3rd and 9. All right, we're coming in to try and seal the deal. I did rock the Chiefs playbook, just for full disclosure, which I probably should have sent sooner. The reason why, because I wanted the tight end to be involved. Speaking of that tight end, Antonio Gates, all the speed of the world. I got to try to see if I can do something about the numbers. Like, I think Gates being 85 is more important than, Chad Johnson or Ocho Cinco. I think Randy Moss being 84 is obviously more important than Antonio Gates being 84. Vice versa. We'll have to fix that. Whereas on defense, though, Clay Matthews being 52 is probably not as important as Ray Lewis being 52. So, there's going to be some compromise, if you will. 54 now, I really do think a freaking, Urlacher or something. Imagine that's Eli looking strange as pretty good coverage. They're going to be hurrying up. They're not going to be hurrying up. 35 I don't care. We'll get on a defense another game. We're moving on to the divisional round. It would be pretty cool to win a Super Bowl year 1 so that we can do a 3-year rebuild. Because I've done in the past, we've done just doing the fantasy draft, that's the video. I want to do a rebuild, but I can't get a good... For one, again, the class is all over the place. It is just... not even class, the roster itself. There's 1,000 players. They put in so much work to have all these names and whatnot. And, a lot of the height and weights are actually pretty good, but there's a lot that are off. More importantly, though, the ratings are just... It's weird to me to make Drew Brees 85 speed when that's more work than putting him at 73 or something like he probably should have. So, I don't know. It's just a little weird to me. I get it, though. It's a lot of work, so I can't really complain. But hopefully somebody, shores it up a little bit. Tightens it up a little bit. Speaking of Drew Brees, Saints. Probably not on the Saints, to be fair. But the Saints, nonetheless, let's hop on in. Actually, I want to change the numbers. Then we'll hop right in. Also, we don't even have Ocho Cinco. So who the hell is wearing 85? Tight end? No? Wait, why is... What? All right, going to the end of the game. Seattle drives down for 3. Saints drive down for 7. Remember, the underdog Seahawks against the Saints. They were the ones. Now, though, the Saints, they're the underdogs. So we'll see what happens here. 1 second left from a million yards out. Do they even have the clock? They do. I mean, it's Adam Vinatieri, dude. It's me kicking it, though. No! I'm so garbage. Tell me right now. You're watching right here. How many of those types of field goals have you missed this year? How many yards is that? 55? It was 50, yeah, 56. 56. How many 56-yard field goals have you missed? None? You've missed none. You're lying. As we give up a touchdown to the Saints. Some of you guys no, I didn't say that. I said I missed 10. Stop. 4-1 is a huge moment in the game, as they're probably going to take the lead here. It's a bit of a long kick, though. You never know. 54. Josh Myers. I don't know if that's even Josh Myers. That might be Jason. Thinking of not even the right position. 3rd and 6. All right, Johnny. It's time. Johnny in the spot. Johnny Manziel. Let's take a swig before the snap. We'll be cooking. Randy Moss. Just looks weird. I get he had the long hair. Different times, but it's still just, it don't look right. It's the weird type of, he looks more like Sidney Rice, in my opinion, no? I don't know what I'm doing here. Thank you for swatting. Good defense, don't get me wrong, but it's still just what the hell is this bozo doing? Johnson, come on, leave him. Gates, huge play. Gates, good juke, but he juked so far, he almost went backwards. That is the craziest stat line I've ever seen, though. 300 yards on the nose, 0 picks, 0 touchdowns. He's doing. I don't know what he's doing, but it's being done. All right? Just let the record show. Menzel is, he's allowing it to be done. Now that is it's not a great throw, but that right foot needs to come down. Okay. I need that foot to come down. Hines Ward to the outside. It's a tough one. Andre Johnson to the 15. We got AP. Let's get Adrian Peterson back here. Shoulder pads are a little high for my liking, but other than that, I actually don't hate it. There goes AP. Can't juke move. Of course, everyone's a normal dev. It's a concern, but other than literally changing every team in the league, that's just the world we're living in. All right, Pitts. Oh, my God. Johnny football in for the touchdown. There we go, baby. Another throw to Gates. Gates is a freak. This is what we could have had on Panthers franchise, just so you're aware. Okay, just so you're aware. I know I've convinced a lot of people Ben Roman was the pick, and it's worked out, but this is what could have been. Either way, we're winning over there. We're winning right here. And we get an interception, it seems. Did we? Did we not? Armani Toomer? Armani is, I imagine that's Armani Toomer. That's the word that you're not allowed? Armani? It's copyright infringement, brother. I mean, who else but freaking Antonio? Oh, why has it got to be Ward on the outside instead of Randall? Man, there's just not really. I mean, like, you have Randy Moss, but it's not. Maybe it's a first down. I should have taken it instead of a freaking 400-yard sack. That would definitely be testicular cancer. Decent punt, but, you know, they got plenty of time here. They got a lot of time. 4th and 6, here it is. Game on the line. No timeout, so, you know, you can get the first down, but it cannot stay in bounds either. Is Sherman number 25? A couple of numbers I really need to be what they are. And there goes the quarterback, Steve Young. 14 yards, and a game-losing scramble to send us to the championship round. Seattle does it again against the Saints on the road. Well, like, we do it on the road here. Obviously, that other game wasn't on the road, but what else do we have? Interesting. I know that game wasn't on the road because that was when we probably had... Well, Seattle pretty much, like, killed it, which I'm glad. I love it. But that was, like, the biggest, do division teams deserve a home game just because they won the division? That was the biggest time that had a chance to change because what were they, like 7-9 or something like that? And they had the home game. But then they cooked, right? Like, they did really well, so it's like, oh. So as long as you're in the playoffs, you are potentially able to win any given time, right? So that thankfully has been put to rest. I've been seeing a little bit of rumblings about that a little bit. I think it completely kills division rival games, and that's just the stupidest thing you could ever do. Quit crying about it. If you want a home game and you can't win the division, do better, okay? Green Bay's been on the road a bit in the playoffs lately because they can't win the division. I don't care. It is more fun to have a division game actually matter. Either way, enough yap. Let's go against these Giants where we're at home again. Actually, we were not at home last time. I don't know what I'm talking about. 9-8 Giants, dude. That scheme has been good, specifically defensively. It's a scheme that has done very well in Sim this year. Let us see if it is good enough to deny us of the Super Bowl, or will we actually have that coveted year one Super Bowl we were hoping for, which I really want. I always want it. I always want to do well in these rebuilds, but this is the one I wanted the most because this is the most like, okay, well, I wanted to do a Legend rebuild, but the Legend rosters kind of suck, so this is the best we're going to get. Right now, we're looking pretty good. Up 14, 4th and 8. They're converting. They do not convert, actually. And with that, the Giants just could not get much done on offense. And we're headed to the Super Bowl, 24-10. I don't know who it's going to be against or who they even have, but doesn't matter to me. Drew Brees, you just talked about that man being too fast in this one. Manziel killing it. Adrian Peterson, Earl Campbell. I mean, once again, like every single Jeromepkr, I bet he's a 99 overall. Pretty much every single player, if they were even like slightly liked, they probably have a 99 overall on this roster. Like Javid Best, Dree Archer, 99 overalls. It's crazy. Either way, to the Super Bowl. We're the best of the bad. Well, not the bad. The best of the best. Quite literally. And here it is, the Dolphins. Gotta say, though, that Tyreek Hill thing, that was interesting. Like, I don't want to speculate because, you know, I'm not in the man's head, but everyone that was like a normal dev has gone up to like star or higher dev. Like superstar for Andre Johnson, Menzel, Gates. I don't know if he would have been superstar. Peterson, Moss, like all these guys went up in dev. Kramer actually went like straight to superstar, right? That is maybe the only time you're ever going to see a double dev up for an offensive lineman. I don't think you're ever going to see that. I don't even know how he dev'd up the first time. O-line of the year is how he got superstar, but how do you get the first dev up? Either way, I've never seen that, and I don't think I'll ever see it again. Of course, defensively, a bunch of guys that are star or higher as well. Fantastic to look at. Let's take a look at who they beat. Not that it really matters, but I guess you get an idea of their scheme versus another scheme. You know, they beat the Bills by 1. Okay. Beat the Jaguars by 17. And then, you know, here, wait. That's not enough games. That's not enough games. They beat the Ravens as well by 3. So Ravens scheme is a little iffy in game. But either way, for all the marbles, year 1, Super Bowl. We'll do another 2 years, you know, regardless. Obviously, whether we win or lose. But I'm liking our chances. Freaking Percy Harvin and Brandon Mebane, dude. Mebane needs to be over here. And it's pouring rain in Santa Clara, California. Of course, maybe one of the only times we're going to see a year 1 Super Bowl as well. But yeah, very interesting stuff. Also, just so weird that, like, the brain remembers things. Like, why do I know Brandon Mebane was a Seahawk? Like, he was good. Many times in Madden, I've seen him in the, you know, the low 90s. High 80s, low 90s, but that should not be something that's up there. I would love to, like, why can't I remove that and put in, like, some doctoral knowledge, huh? Like, you know, I don't know, CPR, I kind of have an idea just from the movies, like, doing the staying alive, like, the pushing, you got to do it really hard. Like most movies, they barely touch the chest. It's like, oh my God, I've saved you. Let's go. But you have to like basically break a rib if you really want to do it right. Why can't I throw that in there? Also, this is crazy weather to be doing that in. Insane rain. They got fireworks firing at the freaking, like some of the guys in there, if they've had some combat, you know, they can have some PTSD. Like, you know, what are we doing? But yeah, you know, slot in some CPR knowledge. Instead of knowing Brandon Mebane as a Seattle Seahawk for, I don't even know, if I had to guess, 7 seasons? Maybe? Oh my Lord, ankles. Let's see how many seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was 2 years off. Damn it. Also, he has his middle name is my name. Give it back. How about that? How about we stop thefting? Let's give it back. I don't know who's on this D-line, but I don't like it. I don't like juke moves either. Oh, I don't like anything about anyone. John Randall, okay. Well, we started this game, you know, putting our team in the hole, so we'll see how that goes. Nice drive. It looked like a 3rd and 27, no? Either way, 14-0, pretty good start here. Miami gets a touchdown. We get a field goal, 10-point game. Miami not giving up, but it's second half, up 10. Touchdown could do it. Field goal's not enough. Touchdown could do it. Okay, 23-7. This defense has been elite. 23-15. Miami, if they just give up any points at all, lose. So, I mean, the fact that they're even suggesting a pass, the fact that Peterson's even in the game at all is actually kind of crazy. Like, do we not recognize who this guy is? I want to put someone else in. Who can I put in? Chris Johnson. Wow, winter tear is crazy. Riggins is probably your best. Oh, hell no. You're crazy. You think I'm not putting Jacobs in? We're in 33, huh? So damn close. Yet so far away. Get out of his way. And it did nothing. But, chip shot field goal wins us a Super Bowl in year 1. Again, probably not going to happen all year long, so cherish this moment as Seattle has won it in the pouring rain. That guy's got some sort of like Call of Duty skin on. I have never even seen that before. That is actually insane. At least the COD of last year. I know that they're kind of getting their asses handed to them in the marketing department of Battlefield lately, and things are majorly changing with that title. EA kind of going crazy with it. Got the buyout going on. EA's got either some dark times or some really bright days ahead of them. I gotta say, a lot of people are like, well, it can't get any worse. I don't know. Going private is definitely where a lot of scummy things happens. Let me tell you that. But I think it'll get better before it gets far worse. But hopefully it just gets better and stays better. We'll see. Either way, we have won the Super Bowl in year 1 with this, I guess, Legends roster. I do actually kind of like that Super Bowl logo. I mean, it's definitely colorful. It's definitely very vibrant. But it does also give me kind of a woodsy feel a little bit. I don't know if that's what they're aiming for, but I mean, you got some trees in there. Why not? Either way, both quarterbacks playing a little iffy, but that's the rain for you. Donovan McNabb, interesting. But Johnny, incompletions percentage, the percentage is a little low, but a lot of yards. So, he was slinging. Not maybe a perfect game, but a game where he never gave up. Willie Roaf. Simmons from our side, not looking great. But yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure how much we're going to do the draft, because if we're only doing 2 more seasons, realistically, we could just trade for the players we need. Avoid the draft entirely, but we'll see. We'll see, because, I mean, if we're going to go draft, we'll have to see what happens with free agency here in a little bit, because we're about to lose our quarterback, potentially. But if we don't do that, all we need to do is replace some linemen, so we'll see what happens. I'm really interested to see what happens with free agency here, because there's going to be a lot of teams in similar spots as us that can't afford all those players. Wonder how many big-name retirements there are. Emmanuel Wilson. So you do have a lot of these guys that maybe aren't the oldest, wouldn't retire based on age alone, but because they have no, there's no chance for them to make a roster. There's 85 overall sitting in free agency. They're just going to retire. So I like that. I wonder what determines that, but I do like that, actually. Not that Emmanuel Wilson's the youngest guy ever, but he's also not retirement level, right? He's 26, which is, it's getting up there for a running back, especially one that's just putting up a couple of good numbers here and there. But let's take a look at the negotiations, where we're obviously going to be tagging somebody. Who is that going to be? I don't know. Of course, if we want Randy, we got to tag him now. Aaron Donald's interesting. Brandon Jacobs still young, but I think corners or running backs good. This is a tough one, because who are we losing again? We're losing Aaron Donald, but you could put Reggie White inside and then just put Willie on the outside. I think that's a Willie good idea. I'm so sorry, dude. That was one of the worst puns. Oh my God. That was really bad. Quarterback, that was so crazy. It's not even just a couple of years. He wants everything. But what if free agency actually has no QB? I don't think that's going to be the case, though. I can't do this. How much is the tag? I don't want to lose Randy either. So 20 mil on the tag. Randy could be regained because of the green. Definitely doing that. Even though I think someone like Cam Newton's going to be available. I really do. Aaron Donald. We don't really even need Aaron Donald if we're going to be moving Reggie inside. Yeah, he doesn't take it anyways. We'll save some money, see if we can, add some more players from free agency. All right, free agency, what are we looking like? Randy, obviously that's who we want to get back, but man, he's asking for $40 million per year. Oh, we're going to lose Randy freaking Moss, huh? Owen Daniels. Aaron Donald, I'm okay with that. Devontae Parker, that's an interesting name drop. But yeah, looking at free agents, Rodgers still here at 42. Phil Simms, Hasselbeck, hey, if we needed him, back to the Seahawks, huh? Russell Wilson, a little surprised to see Cam isn't here. I thought he was drafted as a backup based on where he was taken. Kenneth Walker's a free agent. Any other wide receiver options? There is not. So actually, one of the positions we let go is the best by far at their position. Nice. Well, we have the best chance to get him back, but I know this game, even though we're the highest interest and we literally just won a Super Bowl, they're gonna say, nah, he's good. He wasn't actually interested at all in the end. Could bring Browner back to the Seahawks. But yeah, looking at the numbers, it is reflecting of the overall baseline overall, which I know sounded very confusing, but makes sense in my head. 10 mil per year for Roquan, that's 20 to 25 per in a normal situation, So skip ahead, see if we get Randy, please. Yeah, he actually joined back. I'm a little surprised. But also, in case you wanted to see it, there is our 4 games played. We cooked. We did not get the bye week, yet we won a Super Bowl year 1, so fantastic. Randy Moss has officially signed his deal with the Seahawks. There was no other team I wanted to play for. That's why I signed here. Well, sort of kind of re-signing, but sure. Glad you came back at least. I don't care what you want to call it. You're back. I'm happy. It's not our best work trying to get some linemen, but this is what it costs. You know, there is not a single team in this league that doesn't have a 99 overall quarterback as a starter. Some of them, like Patrick Mahomes right now, is technically a backup. I seen him sitting number 2 on their roster, but we trade all of this to get O'Neal and Elijah Vera Tucker. You seen how quick linemen went. Linemen were like gold in the draft. Everyone else was like silver. You know, silver's got its value, but it's not gold. Don't know why I said it like that. Scared me a little bit, to be honest. We're going to trade these 2 picks for the future where we might actually need to physically draft. For right now, we're chilling, but like I said, look, who's the bad team? I don't freaking know. Like, Broncos? Sure. Why not? All right, so just looking at the draft real quick. I don't want to click anything because the bug still does exist, but the first pick overall was a white running back. Like, hear me out. Anyone could be good. But am I betting it all on this guy as my first overall pick? Honestly, probably. The guy looks actually really good. Stiff arm and juke move are my 2 favorite by far when it comes to juke ability type of ratings, break and tackle abilities. So if he was just a little bit fast, that's a perfect build to me. Juke and stiff, that's all I care about. Guess catching, but that doesn't really count. It's not really, the same type of thing. All right, here's the team for season number 2. Trying to win back-to-back, maybe go 3-peat. Elijah Vera Tucker did not make the move to left tackle as well as I thought he would, but 84 overall is good. O'Neal, obviously, 87, sticking out at right tackle. We could use a center. Maybe I should have just done the draft. I don't know. I wanted to skip the cut, skip the line a little bit, skip the cut scene, if you will. A little bit of a worse team, though. Left end takes a little bit of a hit, but it's more dynamic at DT1, ironically enough, saying that with Aaron Donald, but the Aaron Donald we had here, not so good. Have another pretty good year. Negotiations. Here goes Manziel again. I really don't want to pay a DT. Butkus, this is cheese. I'll draft a DT. I'll draft a lineman, but I'm not drafting a linebacker, especially if I can keep him for that cheap. Mathis, I don't know, dude. I don't know. This is concerning. This is starting to get a little concerning, dude. Yeah, so back-to-back is definitely possible. 3 in a row. I don't know about that one. Any other linebackers? So Larry Allen's definitely gone. Cortland Finnegan's definitely gone. I don't know who you keep. Like, you got to keep Manziel. Do you just keep tagging his ass? I guess. Try to just do, like, the guys that are actually interested. Well, let's not do the guys. That's not what we're doing here today. I would have been rebuilding the Niners. Keep the guys you can on 1-year deals if possible, and then worry about everything else later. I don't want to spend any more money because Manziel might go up higher. It might be a higher tag this time around. And then Adrian Cooper, sooner or later, you're going to have to replace more linebackers. He's cheap. Right, heads to the playoffs. Did we do it? Did we do it? Ooh, barely. Saints again, by the way, but 5th seed. Barely sneaking in. I mean, the team took a little bit of a hit, admittedly, but did it take that big of a hit to barely make the playoffs? I don't know. Really hoping we can go back-to-back here. Because if we do a 3rd season, after selling it this season, and we don't make a playoffs, I'm going to start swinging. I'm going to get pretty pissed off. But, yeah, D-line's not bad. Picks, not bad. Kicking, pretty good. Punting, decent. Don't even know who that punter... Oh, yeah, he was the 97 kick power, no kick accuracy punter. McNair's the MVP. Manziel! Jonathan could have been number 1, dude. Johnny Football. Colin Kaepernick. That's Colin Kaepernick for you. Looks just like him. Anyone else? Greg Jennings on the Packers. That's actually interesting. Keep seeing the faces, dude. It's definitely something. Best running back AP. All day, baby. Either way, let's see if we can win another Super Bowl all day. To the end of the game and hopefully beyond. 7-0, but the Saints score back quickly. We get another touchdown. They get a field goal, 14-10. 21-10, holding on strong. 21-10 still. 21-18, 28-18. One more touchdown would do it. Saints not going away. Here it is, 7-point game. Oh, they lost the ball on a punt, though, it seems. Not really losing the ball. They gave the ball away. And with that, the Saints, they just can't beat these Seahawks, apparently. We're moving on to the divisional round. Stats, Manziel is pretty good. Oh, wait, who is that? Steve Young. Don't know why I thought it was somebody else. Adrian Peterson, Reggie Bush on the Saints. So I don't know how that really happened, but got a couple of guys here playing for another real team, if you will. Saints, not really getting to us much. I said every time I see Butkus' name, it's the only way I could put it on there. Like, I couldn't put anything else. Even, like, COK didn't really work. I can't really remember those Saints teams, but it is weird that, like, he was a way better non-Saint, right? Well, maybe not way better, but, like, that Detroit season was definitely... Well, speaking of, here's Detroit. That Detroit season was the best he had. But I suppose he had a little bit better receiving stats with the Saints, right? But like as a pure runner, also with the damn injuries. If I'm not mistaken, by the way, this is the #1 seed Detroit Lions, right? 7-0. We get a touchdown. 7-7. 14-7. Okay, not bad. Oh, man, we had a chance to really maybe not put them away, but give us a good lead. 17-all. Here it is in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 16. 3rd and 21. This is not a do-or-die moment, but a moment, nonetheless, that could be the difference between winning and losing if you were able to convert this. It's a lot to ask for. We're looking at all options. Let's see it. That is a perfect throw, and a first down to Hines Ward. Johnny Manziel with a freaking 2-interception game. What a throw. Just slipped right behind. The press did not work for them on the outside. Incompletion. Let's see the kick. Huge kick from Vinatieri. 4th and 9. They're going to punt it. Hold on to the ball and you win. And, of course, they literally punt. Oh, defense cooking. 4th and 14. I really don't want to come out here. I really, you don't even understand. I'm not doing it. You can't force me. We are going to give it up. Oh, wow, they give it up anyways. They're going back again. What the hell is going on with this team? I would be so pissed if that happened to us. Finally, it happens to another team, but they went back like 50 yards on a drive that went 30. I have never seen that dominance, dude. This D-line must have been absolutely insane. Obviously, the help of the DBs, it seems, to probably play long enough in coverage. But Johnny Manziel, I mean, this should have been a loss for us. But then again, Peyton Manning under 40% completion percentage. The defense is running rampant out here. I need to see it. 3 sacks for Clay, 3 sacks for Reggie White. Kind of crazy, actually, those two playing together. Darnell Dockett with 2. Butkus with a sack. I mean, just a bunch of sacks in this game. Looking at couple picks there, but defense clutched up. We're headed to the championship round. Could actually win back-to-back. You never know. Could go 3 in a row. We'll see. We'll say 3 in a row is a little bit more to ask for because we are losing some players. The best bet is Johnny Manziel is a tag situation under like 30 mil per year somehow, but everyone else, there is no saving them with the tag. All right, end of the game. What do we got? 3-0. It's a lead. Well, it's no longer a lead. Extra point missed. I feel like as a Packers fan, they're taunting me that Dallas had a missed extra point. Like Green Bay literally tied the game because they got blocked again. I hate this team sometimes. 29-20, and there's still time. Offense has got to do something, though. They're wasting so much clock to do it. Like, they're doing it, but it is taking very long to do it. What it is they are doing is taking a long time. That's pretty good bait. And that's a drop. 4th and 4. I mean, that's... Wait. Oh, yeah, they can't get a field goal. I don't know why I thought we were down by, like, 10. We're not. I'm going for, like, it all when we need 4 yards to at least keep the game alive. And unfortunately, we're just going to have to take the punishment. Hurry up to the line. Maybe. Dude, Johnny, you got to stop, brethren. Like, he is not doing well for us. What is this speed? And we do have an extra second, though. That's pretty sweet. Andre Johnson's got to be cooked. Where is he? I don't even know because he's out. Get the backups in. But, I mean, we got a lot of depth. I don't know what other teams look like, but probably pretty good depth, too. And I really wanted to complete the ball because obviously it's 2-minute warning, but there's nobody open. These sliders, dude, they are tough. I worry because I have not started the playoffs at the Panthers franchise. I worry. Any chance it could be the worst team in the world that we could lose. Like, it's tough. I really don't want to take Gates there. What a hit. Like, Gates is like 7 yards. Like, even on the scramble late, Johnny got like 11 or 12. Adrian Peterson. has a habit of dropping the ball for no reason on screen passes. Want to beat? Juke move doesn't work. What a tackle. Doesn't get out of bounds. Fighting hard. Clock is running low. It's okay. We got 3 timeouts. We just got to find a way in the end zone. That's a tough one. Caught down to the 1. Hurry up. Hurry up. Andrew Peterson on the dive. Or no. They're nowheres. And I don't know what he's got his hand up for, but somehow that guy is just blowing through our line with his hand up. They're baiting this. And he drops it. Dude, this is crazy. If we don't get this with no one defending it, that's crazy. And we do get it. Alrighty. Trying to keep this damn thing alive. Trying to get the 3 in a row if we can. Does 2-point conversion do anything for us? It doesn't. Alright. Onside kick isn't necessary, but do you not do it anyways? Like, you need to kick it perfectly to get him in a good spot anyways. What the hell just happened? Did it just kick off of one? I gotta see this replay. Okay. I mean, they're literally, like, about to score off of that. How? He kicked it off of his foot! What is this kick? I didn't even make a mistake. Oh, no. It's not even like we did, like, you know, some special crap where we, like, just didn't aim it at all. We literally aimed it, kicked it hard power, and just kicked it right into the back of the guy. Gonna get lose by Toby Gerhardt, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. We actually get to keep a timeout if we get the stop. It's a crazy call. They're just not going to run the ball. They're just not going to run the ball. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure of it. Yes. Toby Gerhardt would never. Dick Butkus would end his life. Dick Butkus would have hit him so hard you would have never seen a white running back ever again. I'm just being real with you. I'm just saying. Johnny Manziel, though. 3 picks. Please. That's 5 picks in 2 weeks, man. Season ends on it this time. Janoris Jenkins. Adam Vinatieri with a freaking missed field goal. Dude, this was... Did we miss the field? We didn't miss a field goal in this one. I don't think. I don't believe so. I think that was season 1. Either way, that's a disappointing one. That's a tough one to lose. Miami versus Dallas in the Super Bowl. Who is it? I mean, at this rate, I kind of hope it is Dallas because it's like, well, at least we lost to the Super Bowl winners. But if we lose, you know, lost to a team that didn't win the Super Bowl, then it's like, well, you were not even close as Dallas does win. So now I'm really sad because we were 1 away, technically. There's no winning. Peterson, superstar. Johnson, superstar. Moss, superstar. Manziel, superstar. Did these guys go up too? For what? Genuinely, for what? Sure, I guess. That is actually confusing. I don't know why these guys went up in dev, actually. Is there dev ups for, like, season stuff? Maybe how far he made in the playoffs? Because Barry didn't even play a single snap, and he's a superstar. So something clearly is bugging out because... Yeah, Kramer's an X Factor now. What the hell? Something's bugging out because of how many 99s there are, or... They had an update I just wasn't aware of because I don't really pay attention to the patches. I don't believe any of them are going to work. I don't believe half of them are going to address things I care about anyways. I just don't even bother. You know, unless it's something I literally need to be changed, I just don't even bother. You know, I just find out as I play because what's the point? What am I anticipating something to be fixed? Yeah, sure. All right, Johnny is a superstar. He is now asking for $75 million a year. We're going to offer this. He's going to say no. We're going to hope it's under $50 million per for this tag. It is pretty cheap still. What the hell do we say? Rayshawn Mathis. Did we even try to get him back? We probably did. 4-year 118 is cheaper than he wanted before, right? Nah, freaking no. Either way. 4-year 118, that's the deal. Going to be losing somebody. Ed Reed, not going to be one of the guys. I'll replace a DT. I'm not replacing a safety. Even though I believe safety is a little bit less of a need than a DT. So, do we have everybody? Did we get Dockett back in a 1 year as well? So we need Finnegan arguably. I mean, at this point, I'd just keep Larry as well as final season. So I'm not sure what the hell we can do here because we're going to be missing a left tackle, a corner, a center. We technically have the corner already, but we're losing a center left tackle, which with 13 mil cap space, I'm not really sure how you replace those. You might actually have to draft. Just going crazy on the O-line. 30 mil. Wait, hold on. let him cook. Free agency, obviously not going to be able to get anybody. Rondé Barber, freaking Mike All-Star stop. But yeah, you can see no team can afford these players. So it is a concern nonetheless. We're going to try to lowball whoever is available that we really need. I think they could trade to move up in the second round a little bit, but Barry Sanders, a first, second this year, a first next year, and a first the following year for Jeff Saturday and freaking Joe Alt. The O-line, once again, is literally gold, and it costs a lot to get that gold, but this is the best the offensive line is going to get. The team is cooked down the line, but right now is not down the line, is it? All right, here it is for the final season. The team looks good. You know, it's the best offensive line we've had. We have Jeff Saturday. I actually tried to get Jason Kelsey and Jonathan Ogden, and we were probably like, if you could add another couple of trade slots, you're probably like a second-round pick away. We were very close, which would have been ridiculous. You had 99 overall Jason Kelsey, 99 overall, like 6'9 Ogden. Joe Alt 6'8 to be fair, but obviously not 99 overall. Evan Ingram at tight end too, so a little bit of a drop off on some of the depth across the board here, but team still looks good. Like, I'm actually curious at this point, like, what overall is everybody? Like, is every team still 99, or they fallen off a little bit? So a couple of 99s, 98 overall. Most teams still 99. You know, haven't really seen too many regressions. Anyone under a 96? Not a team. So yeah, I mean, we're still in the top, like, 15 range, but, yeah, we're not, like, holding on better than really anyone else, to be fair. All right, negotiations, where would it be standing? So, say 25-30 for Manziel. Dockett's gone. Allstar, who we just signed, is gone. Sherman's gone. Clay, actually, somebody you can afford. I'm not really sure why he's so cheap, but obviously you keep this guy for that price. Like, $11 million per year is a theft. What else? Simmons is gone, but he's a backup at this point anyways. We just signed him from free agency. Green's a backup. So you actually don't lose, I mean, too much starters, right? Like, you lose the 2 wide receivers, you lose a corner or 2, but assuming you could tag the quarterback again, everything's fine. And we're in the playoffs, 11-6. Cardinals at 8-9. We actually beat them earlier in the year. Couldn't do enough to be the number 1 team, though. Like, no number 1 seed for us. I don't think we drafted the best. Because, again, I didn't draft everyone I wanted to based on, like, I want to win a Super Bowl. I drafted them based on who I really liked and what I thought would be kind of cool. Johnny Manziel leading us to a Super Bowl, that's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Obviously, I love Randy Moss and freaking Peterson. And you got Clay Matthews as one of our higher picks. You know, it is what it is. A little bit more of a fun one. Hope you guys enjoy this. Because, you know, if you guys enjoy these don't have to only be the types of rebuilds that make it to the members stuff. I only usually... Oh, Manziel number 2 again. Colin Kaepernick number 1. But I usually just leave it to that because, you know, usually people don't want to see him. But I want to do a legend rebuild, and for some reason, there's just no... I mean, not even for some reason. It's pretty obvious. The way EA has treated the file share and roster creation stuff, I would never want to do a roster either. But, you know, it's just not a really good year for Legends rosters just yet. We're kind of deep, almost 2 months of the game if you got it early. So I decided enough is enough. We got some names in here. We got a little bit of a wacky one. And we won a Super Bowl. See if we can win 2 out of 3 and become technically a dynasty. No way this rebuild ends losing to a division rival that has more losses than wins, right? Like, there's no way. It'd be kind of fitting, though, because Seattle, once again, we kind of talking about that a little bit, the Seahawks with their win over the Saints, how many years ago now, with the beast quake and all that, but, you know, there's a chance. This is their ball. This is their ball. 4-point game. All right, we're going to come in. The team is selling. I don't really like the plays. I really don't like the playbook itself for the plays. I just like it for the sim statistics. So it's a playbook that I, you know, kind of struggle with getting down the field when we need to. I really don't love that. Johnny, get out of the way. Pretty good gainer there, 10 yards, 35. I don't like being this close. I don't like it. Oh, that's a good pickup. I have to just force that one in. That's a great throw. There is no way Randy just did that. What a catch. No review either, mind you. Can we audible this back left? Get Gates running in behind us. Randy Moss trying to win the game here, maybe. It's another tough one. Gets it again. Out of bounds. Now we're almost in like a situation where like, are we scoring too quickly? Of course, we actually have to physically score to be doing that, but it is entirely a possibility. And Johnny on the run again. In behind. There goes Randy again to the 4. We're definitely going to let this clock run a little bit. Why wouldn't we? Randy kind of needs to be the guy to just catch it for the win because he's done it all. I'm going to give everyone a stroke here. That sounds sus, but sure. And Randy Moss potentially winning the game. That was a sick drive. Pretty much all to Randy. Of course, Manziel running around very well, buying time, getting the throws out there. And we win 26-23. Saving the day is, honestly, on their own, sim-wise, they might have lost that game. They kind of choked it. Johnny's numbers would have looked a lot worse without us. It would have been 1 touchdown and like 290 or something, maybe 300, but, you know, too many interceptions. Javed Bessie, we talked about already. Randy Moss, what a game. What a game. Long of 17, though, which is kind of weird for him because he can just take the top off of defense. Paul Posluszny, the freaking Jaguar. Adam Vinatieri, though, missing so many kicks. Could have won on a field goal at the end if he didn't miss that one earlier. So we got to stop with this. If this Adam Vinatieri exists in real life, Tom Brady's got like 4 rings. Like, what are we doing here? Like, oh, I want to win a ring, and now it's missed field goal time, huh? Either way, moving on to the divisional round. Taking on, the Dallas Cowboys. This time we're at home, but that was the team that ended our season last year. They got Darren Sharp. Crazy rain while playing at home in Seattle. Who would have thought? I just hope the team can get it done on their own because I do not feel comfortable coming to this game and trying to save the day if we have to. 14-3, pretty good. Pretty good. Not perfect, but pretty good too. 14-10, I love it. 21-10. Okay, I can live with that halftime score. 11-point game, huge. 18-point lead. 15-point lead. Oh my God, it's going all over the place. And good enough defense. We'll hold on. 35-28. We beat Dallas. We get our revenge. Sort of, because Cowboys won a damn Super Bowl, to be fair. And we move on to the next round. Johnny Manziel was perfect. LaDainian Tomlinson, Adrian Peterson, both kind of struggling there. Steve McNair with the best rushing performance out of anybody. Gates let him cook. Heath Miller, the possession-y man, if you will. Reggie White, 4 sacks. Clay with 2. Didn't even know if that was our Reggie or not, because remember, there's a second Reggie floating around. We got the better one, I believe, but still. There's still a second Reggie, regardless of the point. Let's go to the championship round. Who is it going to be against? Washington, another 8-9 team. I mean, in theory, on paper, you don't hate it. Also, they're barely the legend team. They're 3 players they showed are all, like, current players playing right now. Of our players, like, who even is the starter? Like, some of the linemen, I guess? That's it. Some of the linemen, Will Anderson, Cooper DeJeans are 3, and that's, like, basically it. We actually do have, like, the most full legend roster we've ever had in one of these videos. But that's because there's just so many of them. You know, not the most accurately descriptive and rated-wise, but still the most we've ever seen, so give them that. 14-11, oh my, what a choke. Seattle does get the touchdown, here we go. 5-point game, 3rd and 20. Oh, that's a huge failure to launch. As they're just launching into the end zone. Field goal, 1 minute left. We're going to come into this game because the AI usually plays this pretty damn conservatively. With all these timeouts and a guy like Randy going up against what appears to be a linebacker, a potential touchdown if the ball is thrown well, you know, it's kind of a waste. And that could have been picked. I don't know who that linebacker is, but he actually covered that well anyways. All right, I don't really trust these looks. Usually can't get enough time to actually find them. And again, just like no time to throw. These are the sliders we run on Panthers franchise, in case anyone's wondering. Oh, is this not go route city? It's not really a go route that we're lined up. Randy Moss with a terrible route, and yet again, a free rush. Are they actually getting free rushes? I'm not looking at the line. No, they're just cooking us. Wow. They are eating us alive. Thankfully, this time he did, though, because Randy got his route ran for him. That might have been a pick 6. Wow, we're going to overtime. We're losing. That pass rush was immense. All right, come on, D. 3rd and 14, no stop. 3rd and 14, no stop. Yeah, they're winning this game for sure, dude. 2 4th and 13s, and you can't get the stop. That's tough. We're going for the crazy. The run commit. I miss with Ed. Oh, but Reggie White. They leave him for a second. He just runs through both of these players to tackle him. Wow. All right. It'll be a 3-point game. Seattle. Can they win? Moving on to the Super Bowl, if so. And up the middle for the field goal. They have the lead. Let's see if they can do it. They're moving. 3rd and 4. I don't trust it, but I also don't trust us. We have moved the ball exactly 0 yards on 3 tries. It's not easy, but it's still like... You also haven't done it. There you go, Andre. That would have been a really bad dumb play, so glad that it didn't really work out that way. Come on, Seattle. Touchdown wins it. We've said it. 3rd and 3. Come on. In the end zone, 3rd and 9 is a tough one. All 9 yards needed. I mean, I'm kind of feeling like you get a little loose. Maybe you're looking for the scramble. It's a tough throw, but it's not! And we're headed to the Super Bowl. Hines Award. Great throw, great anticipation. Decent read. It's not that hard because the linebacker is just statued there. And we will clutch up in overtime to send this thing to the Super Bowl. Be a pretty clutch one. Again, a little bit of a goofy rebuild. It's not supposed to be goofy, but with the like overalls and some of the wrongness and some of the guys just being like way wrong. Vinatieri misses 2 field goals. I don't know what the hell's going on here. This is crazy. Yeah, it's a little less serious of a Legends rebuild that we've done, but also a little more fun, honestly, in my opinion. A little less strategic, but more fun. More of a following the career, if you will. But we've made some trades. We had a draft strategically. We've made some moves. As it's going to be Buffalo in the Super Bowl. Let's see it. Let's see. Who do they even have to beat to get here? That's the big question. Playoff schedule. They did not have to play the first round. They beat the Dolphins by 8. They beat the Bengals by 3. And they hopefully lose to us. Let's take a look at our dev-ups before we do anything. Of course, I'm not going to be looking at any of the players. We're just going to go, wow, look at all the guys, though. They're all like X Factors now. Crazy. But yeah, there's no point in looking at all the players. Once this is done, we're probably just going to finish up in the actual Super Bowl. We're just going to go in and whatever happens, happens, win or lose, and call it a day. Alrighty, going to the end of the game. Seattle with 7. Buffalo gets 0. Okay. It's a real big defensive battle. First half, only 7 whole points. They just took 15 minutes to get 0 points. It's one of the biggest defensive battles I've ever seen. 14-3, and Seattle's done it, winning 2 out of 3 Super Bowls. That is one of the lowest scores I've ever seen us give up. Like, I don't know if we've ever had a shutout. It's very rare if we do, let alone under 7. So really clutched up. I mean, offense definitely struggled, but the defense did everything. They're pretty much perfect. Pretty much flawless. Johnny Manziel's a 2-time Super Bowl winner. What a damn universe we're living in here. Of course, way higher overall than he was ever in the game. I think 74 might have been the highest Johnny ever got in Madden. I'm pretty damn sure. 73 or 74, if I can remember correctly. It's been so many years, dude. We're getting old. All right, we're all getting old. Even if you're watching this, you're like 15. You're getting old too, bud. You're gonna blink. You're gonna wake up. You're 30 tomorrow. How about that? How about that for a nightmare? Dad, the guy on the screen's yelling at me. Lamar Jackson, 3 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. Yeah, I mean, this defense did what it did. All right? It did what it did. Yeah, sacks 3, interceptions, a few. Adam Vinatieri would not be, it wouldn't be right if we won or lost the game without at least a missed field goal. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this one, even though it's a little bit weird, maybe leave a like, subscribe for new, hit the bell notification all so you can see the next video when it comes up. If you've been watching Panthers franchise, we'll have the playoffs tomorrow. If you guys want to see more of these, you have a different type of roster you've seen. It could be anything. Like we've done a celebrities rebuild last year for members, and we've done like a horror one, which that'll probably be October's members video. Let me know. The rosters and all that are pretty garbage because the way the game works, like you can literally type in the person's physical file, their gamer tag even, and sometimes it doesn't show. But if you found one, you really want to see it done, maybe I'll take a look. Maybe we'll do it. Maybe get a little shout out. I know that's just what a prize. What a prize, obviously. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. Let me know what team you want to see rebuilt realistically next, as that's probably the plan for Thursday or the weekend. And that is about it. Thanks for watching, as always. hopefully come back for next video. But until next video, which we also had a Borderlands 4 video up on PK Plays yesterday, so check it out if you want.